So then she goes, what about dinner? And I said, I don't know about dinner. That's a whole night commitment.
See, that's like driving into the airport. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
It's
Come on, Laurent, you're texting now. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, guys. Hi, welcome.
Welcome to DSWN News. That's the news. I'm Mark Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Now let's get right into it. So some funny stories happened in New York. In East Harlem liquor store, Freeland Liquor and Wine was asked to get rid of their bulletproof shield, their metal riot gates, and their bulletproof glass, because it was called Ghetto in East Harlem in the historic district. No, I'm not kidding. The shop was bothered by members of the the Mount Morris Park Historic District. They were nonstop in bothering them, but soon after getting rid of their bulletproof glass and their metal riot gates, they were robbed. Twice.
No way, really?
So, take that,
Seriously. I bet they could sue for that,
Yeah, I would not conform to that. I'm sorry. If someone's gonna bust me about, my riot gates and everything in a very sketchy area of Harlem, I'm not gonna take them off and then get robbed twice, right?
That's like, I bet they had something to do with it.
They were probably, hey, we should rob them now.
No, we should tell them that their gates are ghetto.
Yup.
And then we'll rob them.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe that when I read that.
Wow, that's some good news right there.
And speaking of the news, trying to get your paper, a man tried to climb the New York Times 52-story tall building this past week. He made about 5 floors up, and police told him to get down. He then proceeded to descend the building. When questioned, he said, I was just trying to get my daily paper. So,
what, for school?
I don't know. This guy is he's crazy. He's actually in a mental institution now for, just questioning why he would climb, the New York Times trying to get his paper out.
Yeah, right? Like,
I'm just trying to get my paper.
That is pretty mental, It's like, it hasn't came to my house yet. The paper boy's like...
I'm very concerned. It's been a week. My paper hasn't arrived.
You could probably just buy him, downstairs.
There's probably a newspaper stand at the 52-story building. Right down on the bottom. Or walk into the front desk. I guarantee you there's a copy of the paper there, too.
Seriously.
In the lobby.
Oh, man.
So you got some news for us?
Yeah, I do.
You're just going to stand there and look handsome there.
Do both, man. I got an A on my midterm.
There you go.
Yep. World Civilization 2. Excellent. So I didn't get much stories, but
well, you didn't get the A in English either. I didn't get many stories.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
Sorry,
didn't
I had
get
to take that bullet.
Didn't get the A in English. No. Let's just not talk about that.
All right.
Hear about the Colorado wildfire that 900 homes had to be evacuated, and it's still
under.
I think it's
fire,
still
right?
on fire.
Jeez. Better get some help out there.
Yeah, and one killed too, so far. In Indiana mom, I think this is a different story actually. Yeah. An Indiana mom loses her legs saving her kids in the fire. No, actually.
It's the same deal.
No, actually, I think it's a different fire though.
It's a different fire, but
yeah.
That's triumphant. That's heroic right there.
It's
saving your kids.
Those kids owe that mom
a new pair of legs.
Some new legs.
That's right. Some interesting news. Watch what you tweet, kids in high school, because a senior at Garrett High School in Indiana, speaking of Indiana, has been expelled for posting a tweet on his account that used the F word 5 times.
Wow.
He's been expelled for school. Austin Carroll, he sent the tweets at 2:30 a.m. from a school-borrowed laptop overnight. And the school is saying because it's the school's property laptop, those tweets were technically posted on school property.
Wow. You do that all the time.
I don't tweet. I do not have a Twitter account, but I have been told that Find Funny should get one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And Find Funnies actually are production line that we're working on. We got a lot of skits out there, and
You'll be seeing a couple of them
we'll be
soon.
hopefully bringing them to you.
Yeah.
So.
Now, some depressing news. Speaking of Twitter and Facebook, a woman in Taiwan committed suicide via Facebook. She was discussing it with her friends that her boyfriend had forgotten her birthday, unfortunately, and was talking to people right up until exhausting from fumes from a charcoal grill she had in the room with
That's terrible.
her.
You need
That's
to
terrible. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that is awful. Poor girl. Yeah, so, did you get your Mega Millions tickets, sir?
I did. I got that. So once
up.
I get the $550 million prize, you'll. The second I win, we'll air this episode, and I'll be a lot richer.
Oh,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
Hold on one sec. I'll be right back.
Oh man, he forgot his tickets, but that's okay because I got a few stories. A kid lost his pot-bellied pig in Warren, Michigan this past week. The poor kid was given it to him. Yeah, the pot-bellied pig was given to him as a present for Christmas. The pig got out just last week, and citizens notified the police, who found that the city ordinance allows them to sell pigs but not keep pigs in the town or the city of Warren, Michigan. So he lost his pig right afterwards. The Chumley, name of the pig. Poor guy.
Poor Chumley.
Poor kid. Poor Chumley.
And the
So
kid,
there's a huge thing right now about that one farm stand. It's a pet shop that sells farm animals. They're allowed to sell them, but they're not allowed to keep them in the town.
So it's like, what the heck? Are
Yeah.
you just supposed to kill them?
Exactly. It's just like Jack Daniels. The town with the distillery is a dry town.
Really?
So they have to go the next county over to buy
That
a
is
bottle of
probably
Jack.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's what I'm saying.
But speaking about the Mega Millions, did you know that the winnings is over $500 million right now?
Yep.
And with tax, you can, if you win, you can expect to get 2/3 of that money. So, and I have some news for if you do win.
Uh-huh.
First thing that you should do is sign the back of your card, you know, and then photocopy it
Mm-hmm.
and keep it in a safe or something. Next thing you do is, no, actually, maybe they're both the first steps. Breathe and relax.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you just won a lot of money. And
I definitely want you need to take a breather right away
And-
for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do anything you'll regret. Like, don't post on Facebook. Don't tell everybody that you're rich.
Mm-hmm.
Choose the people that you talk to, because if you tell everyone, soon there will be charities, churches, and old friends and family you never talked to and everything, like
Asking you
at
for
your
money.
door. And there's some people that even make a living off of getting money out of people that win so much money.
Really?
Yeah, there are.
That's crazy.
And
Well,
yeah, before you go on a spending spree,
yeah.
contact a lawyer or a financial planner,
Yeah.
and because that's very important.
I know who I'll be calling for my financial advisor. I'll be calling Benny Bixby.
Yeah, me
You know,
too.
He's going to quit his job at Fidelity to be my personal investor after this.
Seriously.
The speaking of signing the back of your ticket, your lottery ticket, a woman, millionaire lottery winner from San Francisco, Emily Leach, was a previous lottery winner, and she gave away a winning lottery ticket last week to a homeless person. When she was trying to hand him a $100 bill, she also handed She handed him a lottery ticket. The lottery ticket that the gentleman received was worth over $270,000.
No way.
Here's the thing. She's trying to get that lottery ticket back, even though she gave it to the guy. So she already won the lottery. You know, she's already got a ton of money. And she says that she doesn't want it come off as, you know, BITCH, but she wants that ticket back.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're gonna give someone something, give them the $100. Don't give them a lottery.
You gotta
ticket,
be like more careful.
Yeah.
You know? Wait, did she give him one that was unscratched?
She gave him it was not a scratch ticket, a lottery ticket.
Oh.
And the lottery ticket ended up being a winner. So that homeless person has $270,000 coming to him. That's going to buy one heck of a lawyer to keep that
That's
ticket.
going to buy one heck of a lot of beer.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
that homeless man.
That's what everybody said is
No, that's
in
terrible.
2 years expect him to be homeless again. But I hope him the best, you know.
Yeah,
Don't get me
we
wrong.
both do. Absolutely.
Now, some more interesting celebrations going on. A gay military celebration for military. The cadets at Norwich University, they're celebrating Gay Pride Week by holding a queer prom and condom Olympics. Can't make this stuff up. The nation's oldest private military academy is now just plain gay.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe it?
I cannot.
So,
To each its own.
yeah, I mean, rock on for Gay Pride, but, you know, are you going to do it at the nation's oldest military academy? You know, interesting.
Guess so. You know?
I mean, it takes all.
Yeah, so should we go to the weather?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of my Hawaiian shirt that
Yeah,
I
that's
got,
very nice.
let's go to Brad, who's on site in Hawaii at this moment in time. Brad, take it away.
Hey, here we are in Hawaii. The weather is excellent. Beautiful.
Nothing but sun.
Yeah.
Beautiful in Hawaii.
Wow, that
Absolutely.
looked amazing out there. Brad, how'd you
Absolutely.
enjoy Hawaii?
You know what? I really enjoyed it. How did you like it?
I thought it was great. I thought the weather, just plain scenery was beautiful. You got to
Seriously?
see that active volcano crater. That was
Very neat.
glowing with liquid hot magma.
Yeah, and the Crandall Vacation is going to be out on the Sherburne Channel too.
That's right.
Maybe
so look
next
for it.
week or something. I don't know.
Whenever you decide to cut it.
It's going to take a lot of cutting.
Yeah. So about taking vacations and getting nice and limber, gentlemen, don't worry. There's a new yoga program out there, just for men. Men were seen as discriminated in yoga classes. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm amongst a room full of women, that's fine with me. But if you're not as stretchable or agile and just plain stretching, there's a yoga for you. It's now called Broga, and it's just men for a yoga class.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know about stretching and all that. I mean, that really wouldn't bother me that a lady next to me can stretch like 2 times, 3 times more than I can. But, I mean, now there's a place where men can go, just like curves for women, there's Broga for men.
You know what? I guess we'll see how that works out.
Right? Should be interesting.
Sure should. Yeah, so did you hear that there might be Anchorman 2?
I did. Ron Burgundy. He went on what was it, the Tonight Show?
I don't know.
I forget. It was on one of them. There's going to be an Anchorman 2. He announced it over Aqualung on the flute. Yes, he did. I watched that
That's
footage
awesome.
yesterday.
Heard he applied for ESP, the Sports Center announcer. or
Did he?
something. Yeah.
I hope so. That would be hilarious if Ron Burgundy did that.
No, he did.
His alternative ego, Ron Burgundy.
No, it means San Diego.
San Diego. Yeah, exactly. I'm in a glass box of emotion. Now, there is a new shampoo company in Turkey that's using Adolf Hitler in their television commercials, saying that it's just for men, and if you wear this, you're not a woman. And it's
Really?
basically, and they use Adolf Hitler and they dub in Turkish subtitles over the commercial.
Wow.
Gotta tell you, it's actually pretty funny.
It's fun.
It's pretty funny. It's offensive to a lot of people out there, though,
Yeah.
and they're under a lot of scrutiny for that.
I bet, it's like,
That's
He was
pretty
a bad man.
Yeah.
One of the worst ever.
Now I gotta mention a funny story. McDonald's, you know the Hamburglar? Well, there was a McHamburglar that in Kennebunk. Police are on the hunt for a hamburger bandit who stole a $20 drive-through order from a McDonald's the other day. The grab occurred around 6 p.m. Sunday when the unidentified man in red jeans, just red jeans, really, was spotted in an Arby's parking lot down the road. And when seen, the man darted into the woods with the McDonald's bag.
Oh my god.
So the cops saw him, couldn't stop him, and there's a real-life McHamburglar out there grabbing hamburgers out of people's hands.
Oh my god, you have got to be kidding me.
That's got to take some skill
That's some good
to
stuff.
time it. You know, time the grab perfectly.
Seriously,
and you're
yes.
not just grabbing it from one person, but two, especially if both of them have the hand on it. You know?
Have you ever heard of coning?
Coning? No.
Yeah, it's a new thing on YouTube. I don't know how new it is now, but it's actually pretty hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always wanted to try it, but it's when you order an ice cream and they're going to hand it to you, and then you go and you grab it by the ice cream.
Yeah.
And then their faces are just hilarious.
Coning,
Yeah.
huh? That's hysterical.
Isn't it hysterical?
That's
I'm going to have
funny.
to show you.
I'm going to have to grab ice cream. Maybe we'll go to Dairy Queen or something, get mine
get the video
caramel
camera
dipped,
rolling.
and then
And then it's like, show us your, like, coning or something.
Nice.
It's like, it's an actual thing now, so we might have to bring
Speaking
it.
of surprises at the window, if you went to a Dunkin' Donuts, a particular Dunkin' Donuts, you were greeted by none other than Gronkowski of the New England Patriots,
Wow.
who worked a shift at Dunkin' Donuts as the greeter in the drive-thru window.
That's awesome.
So how would you like your coffee? Well, don't
dunk it on
Don't
me.
dunk it. Yeah.
Chino.
Yeah. That was a good movie too. If you haven't seen it, well, that was stupid comedy, but it was hysterical for me. Jack and Jill by Adam Sandler.
No, that's
yeah.
good. Did you hear Nike sues Reebok over a Tebow jersey that they came out with?
You know, I did not hear that yet.
No, you
But
didn't?
I know that there was something going on with Tebow. And there's a viral video out there of Ghostbusters.
Really?
And it's a bunch of people from New York discussing what they should do as the symbol for their town. You know, when the Statue of Liberty walks through Times Square at the end? You might have to watch it again if not. But they have Tim Tebow's face on the Statue of Liberty.
Really?
walking
Oh
through,
my
yeah.
god.
So,
That's too funny. Oh, and another big question is, who is going to run New York? Is it going to be Lynn or Tebow? I say, who really cares? Because I certainly don't.
I'm more, watching the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup race. you know.
I do not care about that.
Speaking of rivalries, New York and Boston, the University of Kentucky and University of Louisiana should not be the reason for a fight in a dialysis clinic. But, what was that? Louisville. What am I talking about? Louisiana. And the University of Louisville should not be a reason to get into a fight at a dialysis clinic. 2 elderly men were broken up by police after one of them threw a punch to a guy that was hooked up to a dialysis machine.
Oh my god.
2 old-timers, one rivalry. I guess it never ends. Up
Seriously,
until then,
man.
you never know. A dialysis clinic, really, guys?
That was
come
like
on.
the old Medfield DS
Yeah,
problems,
Yeah.
football. Like, what, man?
yeah. What up?
I never really got into that. I was like, what? I work in Medfield.
I actually went to a few Medfield parties.
Yeah,
It was weird
you know.
though. A couple of football players were like, "I heard some people from DS were here," but we were cool, so they
You're
didn't
like,
care.
yeah, it's us, man.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
over
wow,
here.
alright,
Oh,
what's up, dude? Seriously.
Let's go into a couple of stories on the Olympics. Number one, Olympic soccer is not going to be fun to watch for people from the United States. The United States missed qualifying for the Olympics in soccer this year, tying El Salvador in stoppage time. which
true.
they needed the win to move on. It should be interesting to watch Canada in the race.
Right.
Yep.
Let's hope they do good.
And the other Olympic news is that beach volleyball is not going to be as much fun to watch for all the gentlemen out there. At least the women's beach volleyball, because the Olympics will now allow competitors to wear T-shirts and shorts because conservative countries are against bikinis.
Are you serious?
Yep. Richard Baker of the International Volleyball Federation said many countries have religious and cultural requirements, so the uniform needed to be more flexible.
That is terrible.
Isn't that awful?
It's terrible. On a light... Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
On a lighter note... No, I don't know if this is, like, lighter or just cooler. The record Mega Millions jackpot grows overnight up to $640 million.
Well, it looks like I'll be going to buy some more tickets. I have a couple minutes before work. I think I'll stop by the convenience store.
Seriously, wow. This is an all-time record right here.
May as well, huh?
Yeah. Did you hear... you gotta...
Well, I mean, just the new Canadian tourist attraction is not what you think. Canada takes a big step in legalizing brothels for the country. Talk about your edgy news. There you go.
That's your edge.
So talk about tourism. You know, what's your tourist activity?
What are you doing? What are you doing for vacation?
Yep, the red light district in Amsterdam is now not the only place that people can go if that's your kind of thing.
Guarantee you that's going to bring up tourism by...
Oh, absolutely. Oh, guys all over the country.
And speaking of that, some breaking news is I'm single now. So
there you go. This
going up to
handsome
Canada.
devil.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I'm going to Canada. But we will be going to Lake Placid in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
We will be representing Massachusetts in the Can-Am tournament
You sure
of the
will.
Men's Hockey League there in Lake Placid.
And our Steve's Pizza team lost their first game.
Lost, but it was in overtime in a shootout in the NESHL over there at the Marlboro Sports Arena.
It was very...
I
much
played
so,
my
too.
heart out that game. I thought
Yeah, you know what?
we should have scored a little bit more, but
I should have had a couple.
we had fans from the other team rooting for us, which
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, and plus they're just bad penalties. Like I got hit in the face by like a stick. My helmet came off, and then they gave me a penalty also.
Yeah, they called you
It's like,
matching
wow.
with the kid.
Just couldn't
mean,
believe that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I can't believe I didn't get a single penalty that game.
Right?
Either.
You always get penalties.
I always usually get at least one.
So-
Lead the team
Yeah.
fourth now. I got bypassed. But speaking of causing trouble, do me a favor, director Spike Lee, and just stop. Okay, I know you apologized, but stop your radical proceedings. Okay, I don't want to be like this. Pardon the interruption and talk about what I think, but seriously, Spike Lee, just back down. Because the man who was shot, the black teenager that was shot by the white man who was on local Neighborhood Watch, the gentleman had a gun. Neighborhood Watch committee does not allow men to have pistols that are watching. But he was shot in Sanford, Florida. Now, Spike Lee supposedly got the address from a gentleman that lived down there of the supposed man and tweeted it, saying, do what we can. The couple, there's an elderly couple living at the address that was sent out, are now under protective custody in an undisclosed location because of Spike Lee's racism towards this entire thing. They're 70 and 72. And they're being nonstop harassed because they think that their son was the gentleman involved. He just had the same name. That's it. Yeah.
So it wasn't even
didn't even have to do anything with it. No relation. But the elderly couple is now under protective custody because of it.
It's too bad. And I mean that whole situation is really too bad.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's sad. But why do you have to play the race card?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
We're all the same race now.
Seriously.
We're all Americans. That's what matters.
Seriously, hear about former NBA star Dennis Rodman is broke and sick.
He's broke and sick.
Yeah, he is, and
Eesh.
Yeah, so that's not good.
No, that's definitely not good. Oh, we got the Epic Sax Man giving us the...
plans.
You know, and if you haven't seen the Epic Sax Man viral, please go ahead and go onto YouTube and look up Epic Sax Man. It is hysterical.
It is, really.
Do you have any last-minute stories? Or?
All my stories, pretty much, except these, got thrown away. That's why I was pretty quiet today.
Well, that's all right. It's a joint effort on the news show.
We can ask Mike if he knows that.
No, I gotta leave for work anyway, so if we make this any longer...
Let me just ask him what. Do you have any news, Mike?
Slow news week,
Kinda
guys.
slow news week.
I guess we'll be tuning in next week when we report on location inside the studio. Right, I'm Art Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
And that's your Dover Sherburne News.
See you later. A.
You stay classy.
Got an A.
This is the Dover Sherburne Worldwide News. Thank you. Take care. Always a pleasure.